Should you invest in amazing rare Pokemon cards? What's up guys, it's DJ back with another video. Before we get into this topic of amazing rares, investing and collecting, I just want to say thanks so much for the support. We are nearly at 1,000. Enter my giveaways guys, make sure you take advantage of those. There's plenty on the channel at the moment. We got two. One is ending pretty much in 2 days time when I post again, so make sure you enter that. And enter the booster box giveaway that will end very soon. So let's get into this topic. So guys, amazing rares, very popular topic, very sought after cards, very popular, and amazingly not so rare either. That's kind of a pun, that's kind of funny that it's called amazing rare and it's not that rare. But does this mean we shouldn't invest in it, or should we invest in it? If we're going to talk about collecting, we already know the answer. You collect what you like, you collect what you love. There's plenty of collectability in amazing rares, in my opinion. They remind me of Shining Legends, the Shining cards from that. Because at the moment, amazing rares are fairly cheap. Shining Legends, at one stage, they were fairly cheap. The packs and just the Shining cards, are like, you know, the Genesect was really cheap. That was probably the cheapest. But Shining cards were very cheap. And they were, some would say, undervalued. And, you know, the tricks and the tips and tricks that people say in investing is you buy cheap, you sell high later, or you find undervalued cards or you find undervalued items to sell later. Hopefully it will grow. And, you know, when it comes to amazing rares, I feel that could be the case. Now, I don't want to put some hype onto it. I don't want to be like, everybody buy some amazing rares now. Because as I said before, they're not actually amazingly rare, funnily enough. Like, you get a booster box, you're automatically going to get 1 to 2. I'm pretty sure you get 2 in a booster box. And I've heard some people got more than 2, but, you know, on average, it's 2 per booster box. And then if you're buying loose packs, you never know. You will get some. You might get one, you might not. It's all chance at the end of the day. But in saying that, there's plenty out there. If you look on eBay, you look on Facebook Marketplace, you look at Instagram, plenty of people have it. You know, even some people that don't really collect, they might have just opened one pack here and there, and they might have got one. And they're very cheap. They're very affordable. Like, if you weren't collecting the actual set, you could probably buy all the current amazing rares, maybe even from Vivid Voltage, at the same price as a booster box. Roughly, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You know, some of those amazing rares are like $15, $25. These are all Australian prices, by the way. I think the most expensive one is about $50, and that could be the Jirachi, or I might be mistaken, the Rayquaza, or whatever. And even the new ones, Kyogre, Reshiram, and what's the other one? Yveltal. They're just coming out in Shining Fates. I predict that they will also be cheap. You know, it'll kind of be flushed out from all those other hype cards like the Charizard and the gold cards, like I spoke in the Shining Fates video that I did last time. But pretty much, you know, what Pokemon's trying to do, you can kind of see a bit of a pattern here. They are trying to make more amazing rares, and that's a good thing. And, you know, like as I said, it reminds me of the Shining cards from Shining Legends, because that's more of a modern thing, you know. If I said reminds me of Gold Stars or even the Shining cards from the Neo sets, not really, because those pull rates were extremely difficult. Those print runs were fairly small as well, you know, where you find the Gold Stars. I don't think it matches up with that, but Shining Legends, it's more modern-ish, you know, and the cards were a bit more common to get as well, very similar to these amazing rares. And they've risen in value, you know, PSA 10 cards risen in value, especially if you got a complete set. And I think that's what, you know, a collector would want to do. And, you know, that's kind of where, you know, the collectors go into investing, you know, when they just naturally collect things that they like and that they love. And then it just translates into some sort of investment growth on those things because you collected the right things that other people wanted, right? So, you know, I've always said, you know, there's no right or wrong when you collect, but, you know, you just mistakenly collected cards that other people like as well, and in turn, you know, you're going to make some money on that too if you want to resell that. But with amazing rares, you know, as I said, as common as they are right now, people might say, why would you invest in that? It's only $20, it's only $50, it's only $15 for maybe a Zamazenta or a Zacian because they're not so popular. But you know what? If they keep pulling out these amazing rares, maybe we'll see more by the end of the year. I kind of feel like they would. Like, why wouldn't they? I did hear a rumor that they're only doing amazing rares one set per year. I don't know if that's true or not, but whether that is true or not, I feel that they're going to continue the trend of amazing rares with all the legendary Pokemon. As I also stated in another video, it has that potential. Collectors like it, so why wouldn't they? And it's an easy seller as well, for flippers who want to sell. But because it's that popular, the design looks great, the artwork looks cool, So of course it's going to be popular. It's just not as rare or scarce as people might say. But if you complete a set of amazing rares, if you start early, if you start with Vivid Voltage, which has come out, if you're just doing English, for example, I know a lot of English collectors out there, some Japanese and stuff, but if you collect Japanese, you'd be able to get all the amazing rares up to Shiny Star V and, Tackle Volt or Volt Tackle or whatever it is. But, in English, I guess, if you're not really buying much Shining Fates, then at least get the amazing rares from Shining Fates, so that way you have Vivid Voltage amazing rares and the Shining Fates amazing rares. And you know what? If you can get PSA 10s right now, if you can grade them early, I think that would be a decent option considering it's modern and stuff, and people are scared of modern and the reprints and how much there is out there. But I think it will look great as a collection piece, and also it will sell really well later down the line. People love these mythical creatures and the legendary Pokemon, and I feel like they're just going to keep going with this. They're going to do all of the legendary Pokemon. How many are there? I think there's like over 30. So they've done like 8. So there's plenty more to come. That's my prediction. You can leave your thoughts down below if you agree with me. But I feel like there's a lot of potential in this. When you buy something so cheap as to $25, $15 a card, nowadays, but you can probably see later down the line that if you had a complete set, it could be worth something, potentially. And if it's not, and you like these artworks, then why not just collect them and see what happens, I always kind of say the best or the safest investment in collectibles is stuff that you collected that you liked, because it's a win-win, right? It's just a win-win. I've heard stories where people buy, just Charizards because they think Charizard's the best investment, and it's the safest one, and you can make a lot of money on it and stuff like that. But if that Charizard collection for some reason, takes a turn for the worst and it drops in value, your thoughts automatically be like really negative. I don't really want to do this anymore. I don't want to collect anymore. I don't want to buy this stuff. I don't want to resell. But if you're a collector / investor, it's just a win-win because you're collecting things that you like. If it grows up in value, cool. If it doesn't, cool anyway, because you like the stuff that you bought, You're not going to have a hissy fit about it. And if it was cheap too, as I was saying with these Vivid Voltage amazing rares, or even the new amazing rares coming out, if they're very affordable, very cheap, if you're not even collecting the set and you're just buying the amazing rares or buying the singles that you like, I think that's a good option, or even just grading them. Even though I feel like there'll be quite a lot out there anyway, which makes it easy to get. I guess that's the only downside with that. But at the same time, if you can get them cheap, hold on to them, see what happens in the future. I feel like that's kind of a win-win scenario. Amazing rares look amazing, but they're not amazingly rare. Very funny how that is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you collecting these? I know a lot of people are. But are you looking at them as investment pieces as well? Because some people might get more than just what they need. I would personally just get a set, just one of each. But I know people that just get like 5, 6 of each card, to complete a set, and then they're looking to sell later down the line. That's only if you have capital. A lot of this game, with investing and stuff, I know there's a lot of money talk out there, but you got to spend within your means, guys. You just got to be careful as well. I would say I'm more collector than anything else. So a lot of the time I lean towards that. It doesn't mean I hate any flippers or scalpers or anything like that. It just means that's how I do things, that's how they do things. And, you know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but that's just how it is in this market right now. Obviously, there will be changes and stuff like that. But Amazing Rares, leave your thoughts down below. My predictions for that, there's going to be plenty more to come, I think. I feel that they're going to try to do every single legendary Pokemon as an Amazing Rare. And, you know, plenty of investment opportunity there. If there was 30 Amazing Rares in total in 5 years' time, and you started early and you collected as you went, it's just so much easier, instead of waiting around. A lot of people are trying to catch up with Shining Legends, trying to get all those Shining cards when those prices have already jumped in value, So I'm a big believer in Modern as, a quick, you buy it as retail price and nothing higher. That's always my point of view, because you run it's less risky that way. I'm not really much of a gambler, but, every now and again, some people buy, for example, an Evolutions booster box for $300, and some people thought that was crazy, but now they're going for like $600-700. So they've also doubled their money, whereas I've bought one for $150 and I've like quadrupled my money, or quintupled, 5 times, 4 times, something like that. So obviously the return is bigger when you bought lower, and I feel like with Vivid Voltage, the Amazing Rares, or just Amazing Rares in general, are fairly cheap right now to get if you can. Yeah, that's kind of just a tip from me. Let me know your thoughts. See you next time, 2 to 3 days time. Ooh, the 20th, I announced the giveaway, so make sure you're there. I have a few announcements in that video. See you guys next time. Bye.